Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Good morning.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to the Finca.
A steamy Finca.
A very steamy Finca, a very hot day again.
We're actually forecast to be cooler from Saturday night.
Yeah, so that'll be wonderful. We can crack on with a few jobs that we've left outstanding outside. But for the time being, we're back in the old kitchen.
Yes, if you saw the last video, you can see the edge of these beams. They're very, very rough. Stuff's fallen off, been knocked off. They've been patched up in the past and stuff. So we want to oil the beams and paint this brilliant shiny white lime wash. But we decided we're going to try and straighten all these edges up to make the whole process a bit easier.
Yes.
Add to the character a bit more. Yet another repair.
Yes. And so, as Andy goes along and does that, I'm going to follow him with my brush and start on the lime washing.
Yes, we've got 2 volts already over there that are ready to go.
Yep.
The tape's still on. We might just put a little bit more on this bit actually before you start. And so a team effort. So here we go.
Crack on. This particular beam at the end is a problem child. Andy's had to bring the mortar down as far as, well, right to the edge of that beam. So I'm just going to mask off this bit. If it'll stick, it's not happening for me. So that when I whitewash it, avoid getting as much as possible on the beams, although it will wipe off. But prevention is better than cure, as they say. So I'll just get that done. So stage 2, with that done, I've now got a wet cloth and I'm cleaning off all the muck first of all before I start painting. I'm just going to do each section a bit at a time because it just dries out immediately and we need it quite wet for the lime to stick, so slowly. This is the bit Andy did as a sample before, so it's worked quite well, but I'll give it another coat. Well, so far so good, and I have to say a big thank you to Lillian, Tales from the Cave Side. Loving the new brush, you were absolutely right, worth every penny or cent. Yeah, I don't know why it works so well, but it does. It's much better than a square brush and more flexible, and yeah, loving it. Thank you.
And I've got a bigger gap here than I would have liked, but we want it to be straight, so that's the way it's got to be. It's actually quite thick there as well, so it's not going quite as fast as I would have liked it to have gone, as I said before, but they should get quicker as they get further down, he keeps saying. Oh. Well, a bit tedious this.
1 down, 10 more to go.
I am the least patient person in the world. I like things done now. But yes, it's looking good. It looks a bit patchy at the minute. But as we said, when we did this test patch, it should dry. Yeah. Alright, if it doesn't, we'll just wool off a second coat over it. I've got another vault done. Evidently Sharon has got, actually no, we've just both done a single vault, haven't we?
Yes.
So this might be a rhythm, if we can maintain this rhythm.
That would be good.
Yes, keep us going for about 9 weeks, we reckon.
I'm wearing quite a bit of it, but I'm not quite in Lillian's league yet. If you've watched Tales from the Cave Side, she is absolutely covered, so quite pleased with myself.
This might be a short video, we don't know how much we can show you. We don't
it's not going to be very exciting, is it?
So, anyway, spot a lunch, I reckon.
Spot a lunch and then we'll crack on.
Oof. Right, okay, so I've got a bit of a problem child at the end of this. We're suitably refreshed, by the way. I've got to get this cabling out of the way, and we need to do a lot with this wall here, but at the moment we're just purely concentrating on the ceiling. So I'm going to pop a little pin in there, hopefully, get him out of the way, and then get this top sorted out. It's not going to be easy either. Go on, in you go. There we go. Excellent. Put my tape on. At least now I can get that bit finished off, and we can carry on with the ceiling, so we can carry on get it all lime washed. Actually, that's all loose as well. I'm going to leave that. Right, okay, next mix. Right, so the next one's taped, and this should be quite easy, this one, I think. We've just got this bit at the end where there's a big stone up there. We've been talking about what to do with it. You can make it out on there. But I think what we're going to do is just, again, smooth the edges around it, and then just lime wash the whole thing to match. It'll be a bit of a feature. A talking point if anyone should stand here and look up and go, what was that for? We said we got no idea, but we decided to just lime wash it. So right, I'm going to get this sprayed down and get another row done, hopefully. Well, the first one that Sharon did is actually drying off quite white already. You can hardly tell the edges where we blended them in. So yes, we think this is going to work really, really nicely. So yes, we'll carry on, and hopefully more will be revealed. Alrighty, so these are looking whiter by the minute. I've got another one done, but I need to give me shoulders and back a rest, because working up there isn't good for you. It's not the best thing, and a change is as good as the rest, as they say. So another job I want to get done that will increase our quality of life instantly is that front door. You can see how much light comes to it, and when it's really hot it just blows super hot air in. Possibly not going to help as much this summer, but in the winter the opposite applies and it blows super cold air in. If you can see anything at all there, what the plan is to board it using T&G. These are some I cut for the bottom that sit in the bottom that we just sat in, and we've decided we're going to keep the door. We've been debating about what to do with it for quite a long time, but we're going to keep it. It's a good door, the frame's solid. There's bits of wood gone, as you can see, that's rotted a bit. What we're going to do is panel the back of it, and then hopefully with some good screws, the right screws on the outside. You can see this board in particular, because it's not had a stud, it's got big studs in it. It's warped a bit, so hopefully if we can panel these and put some nice big headed screws through, we can eventually pull this back, and the door will look lovely again. Original, old, but it's still very functional. I haven't got any screws. I thought I might have done, but I've had to order some. But in the meantime, it's very dirty, so I'm going to get it all, try and get the light right, and get it all cleaned off, and give it a coat of oil, ready for the boarding when we get the other stuff. Plenty to do in preparation. But yeah, it's a beautiful old door, big and heavy, and yeah, we definitely want to keep it. We definitely want to try and save it. A bit better with the window open, isn't it? You can still see all the gaps. Look at these hinges as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 massive hinges. Super. So I think the first job is to get old Henry out and give it a good vacuum. Even just standing there, you can feel the heat coming through it. Not good. Right, Come on, Henry. There we go, I think it looks better already. Just one nail in it that needs to come out, which is surprising. They usually like to knock nails in things. It's even got the original chain here. So this house is so original that hooks into there. I guess so. When you open the door, you can leave the door unlatched and no one can get in. The old original security chain style, which is fabulous as well. That'll clean up nice, I'm sure. I think the next thing now, bucket of water and a scrubbing brush. Let's get it clean, or cleaner. So we're a scrubbing and a painting. On the right there you can see two darker patches. That's where Sharon's just touched it up. She wasn't 100% happy with that, were you?
No, it was, it got sort of this sort of thing underneath that patch there, and obviously one coat wasn't enough, so I've just touched it up, but then it goes transparent again for a while until it dries out, but it should be okay when it dries.
Right, let's have a go then. We've said many times before, but we're going to be building, there used to be a wall here for the bedroom, which we're going to build level with this to make the bedroom a bit bigger. And we're also going to be putting like a big porch on the front as well for jackets and shoes and things when we come in. So it doesn't have to be 100%, but obviously it wants to be quite good. This should give us perhaps, oh dear, more than that. I've got a bowl of hot soapy water. Some idea about what it might look like when it's done. With a good brush. Maybe here sometime, so I'll come back to you shortly. I actually found it better to use a cloth than the brush. Look at that wood though, it's like new on this side, where it's not been exposed to the sun or the elements. Beautiful, it's actually been patched up a couple of times as well. Little strips down here on that offending piece, but we'll probably get away with leaving those in. Wonderful. Beautiful. Oh, there it goes. Right, I'll carry on. Looking at it actually, I'm going to take off these bits where it's been patched up. Not a very good job. And I see why they did it to a certain extent. What I want, when I put my boards on, I want these to be able to screw these back super tight. To give us a level. There's a few of these. They're only bits of not a lot. Just letting even more air in though now. Not to worry. I'll soon have it sorted. And one more down here. There we go, I think that's all of them. Oh no, there's always another one. There we go. Doesn't do much anyway. More kindling for the fire. Brill. That's looking much better now. Right, I'll have to let that dry, and I think then we'll give it a coat of oil mainly to get in behind all these before I board over them. And actually, you can see these gaps at the side as well. I want to try and seal those because even when the boards are on, I think you'll see the light coming through. So I'll have to have a look and think what we can use for that. Yeah, you can see with this bottom one, which is cut to perfection. You can possibly still see a little bit of light. I don't know if you can make it through on there, make it out on there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to run up the edges of these. I can get this out, it's a very, very good fit. And if I've got enough, I'm going to run along. Actually, I'm not. The thing is with these, you won't be able to see it from the outside because the boards cover the door right up to the edge. So we should get away with that, and it'll help to stop anything coming in once the panels are on. We've got some Sikaflex EBT, fantastic stuff. Lasts a long time. I don't want to use anything cheap, so I'm just gonna run down and we can make it go. It's working. It's actually 2 years out of date, this, but it's still working. Lovely. So I'll get this done. Nice.
Right, we're on row 3.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, too hot even to be standing by that door. We've got a heat wave forecast, I don't know if I said before. Heat wave today, heat wave tomorrow, and then Sunday it's supposed to be much cooler. It's Thursday today, by the way. That makes sense. So I'm going to try another one. It's quite cool in here. My shoulders and back have had a little bit of a respite. Well, I've got another one done. Sharon's still struggling with that one. Been a bit of a pain.
Filling a few cracks in.
Few cracks. I should have done that myself, shouldn't I? You don't know which to fill in, or you don't know which need filling in and which don't, which will cover. A couple of people are asking about Alf. Where is he? Because he hasn't been the star of the show for a bit. To be honest, it's so hot, we don't know where he is. Jessie's asleep in the courtyard, Cassie's asleep in the kitchen, Tabby's on the steps outside on the next building there. Alfie, we'll just go and look for him.
Well, you could show them the kitchen roll we woke up to this morning.
Yes.
We left him in last night.
Yes, the little devil. There's Cassie. Cassie's here, just woke up. Left him in last night, and this is what I did to the kitchen roll. This is what we could salvage of it. It was actually nearly a brand new massive roll. So, although he's not here, he's leaving his signs. Jessie's down here in the courtyard in the shade. This is where she spends all afternoon. It's just too hot for them. Little Tabby's on the steps here. You're just coming into the sun, aren't you, sweetheart? She'll be moving in a minute. Found him. There he is. Proper crashed out in well, the ironing basket. Oh, he's a very warm boy, aren't you? The others are all been various places. They all disappeared. They'll all be back at feeding time though. Good boy, Alf. There we go. It's forecast to be 42 degrees today, 108 Fahrenheit, 42 Celsius. Now it's going to get really hot around this door. So I'm going to give it a coat of oil on the inside. The first stage of the restoration of the door. Hopefully it's going to look fabulous. Hopefully our heat wave should be ending. We said 42 today, 38 tomorrow, and then down to 30 for all next week, which will be absolutely fantastic temperatures. Can't wait. So in the meantime, I'm going to carry on, get a coat on this, and then we can have a nice look at it, see what it does. Well, that pot didn't last long, but it's looking absolutely beautiful. It's such a shame it's got all these splits and holes in it, but there's nothing we can do about that. But yes, it's probably never had any oil on it ever. It's proper, just sucked it in, which can only do it good. If I lift the camera up from where the worst part of the light's coming in at the bottom, you can see that it looks absolutely fabulous. A lot of flare still, but yeah, we'll let that dry now and then the next phase will come. Right, so while that's drying a bit, back in the old kitchen, I was contemplating giving my shoulders and back a rest from the stretching by getting these lights sorted out, but there's no point doing anything with them until the ceiling above is whitewashed and finished. So I'm going to see if I can get another beam or so done. This one's next, and you can see it's not too bad at all. You can tell the difference between the ones we've done there, the nice bright white one, and the ones that aren't. As I do each one, I'm tying the cables into the wall and making good where it meets the wall. As I said before, we'll do the walls after. So I'm going to see if we can get a cable clip in there just to pin him back, and yeah, get another one done hopefully. Let's try one in there. Oh, that was worth a treat. Excellent. Right, that makes me happy. This rubbish out of the way, sort of dirt and stuff. Cool, right, get tape on, get a mix on. As always, we've had some great comments. People have suggested, why don't we pin something thin, a piece of timber to these or something. The main reason, because when it's lime washed, it's so liquidy, it'd actually probably leaks down or seep down behind the beam, because the beams, the joists aren't smooth, they've got quite a rough finish to them, well, they're just sawn timbers. It might seep down behind, it probably will seep down behind. At least with the tape we get a good sealed, or theoretically we should get a good sealed edge with no leakage down it. So tape's on, mix coming up, let's get this one rattled off. Well, I've got another one done. It's ridiculously hot again.
It's boiling hot. I'm just back from shopping and walking out of the air-conditioned supermarket. It's just like walking into a sauna, a very hot sauna at that. So.
And our village fiestas start tonight, so we probably won't be going to anything tonight. We've got the programme somewhere, we're not sure what's happening, but it's supposed to be super hot until like 9-10 o'clock. Yeah. Although the Spanish do like to party until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But we're probably going to go to the bar because it's air conditioned, have a couple this afternoon, find out what's going on. And we've got the main parade on tomorrow night. Yeah, so we'll go and watch that, I think. We'll probably get a bit of footage of that if anyone's interested. And then there's giant paella in the square on Sunday. However, we're forecast to get thunderstorms as well. Yes. So how typical is that? On our annual fiesta, every place in town has a fiesta in the summer, and our little village, only 100 people live in the village. Pick the worst weekend of all. Maybe it seems. So on that note, so we're going to leave it there this time, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one. We will. Thanks a lot.